What's going on, everybody? It's your least favorite duels here, back again. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, a little weekly thing that I'm going to try to do. Maybe not every single week, but here and there, every 2 weeks. Who knows? Today we're going to be doing tech talk. Not TikTok, not that wannabe Vine app. I don't have anything against Vine or anything, but so today we're going to be looking at some tech options that duelists out there in the wilderness that is ranked in KC Cup, some options that you can have to counteract the meta things that are out there. So what we're going to do before we even look at cards is we're going to go and look at decks right here. So we're going to go right here. Okay. Where am I going to put myself? I don't know, like down here somewhere. So we're on Duel Links meta. This is a pretty popular Duel Links website that a lot of people follow, and it's a good tool that you, the duelist out there, can use to kind of see what's going on, good decks, bad decks, blah blah blah. A lot of people follow this, and they follow a lot of this crap here. So as you can see here, the top two decks right now are Dark Magician, Element Sabers. You go down here to tier 2, you got Black Wings, Dark Lord, Shiranui. Tier 3, you got Cyber Dragon and Ritual Beast. So out of these, what is it? Let's do some math. Out of these 7 decks, 5 of them do kind of things in common. So Cyber Dragon, Ritual Beast, Dark Magician, Element Saber, Shiranui. Those 5 decks do a lot of banishing. So we're going to talk about things to counteract the banishing stuff. Especially with Dark Magician, I think this is probably the deck I see the most right now. And it is a really good deck. It's a very, very, very powerful deck. It banishes on your turn. They banish stuff on their turn. It's very, very, very strong. It negates stuff. So we're gonna look at things that people that you can tech in to counteract this deck. So there's one to two really big things that you can use. So let's go swap over to here. All right, and we'll go to Buster Blader. So right now I'm in KC Cup level 17. I've been playing slightly here and there, and yeah. So there's the sound. All right. So number one, probably with the dot that I don't see really anyone using at all, is going to be Chaos Hunter. So Chaos Hunter, this is a free card that you can get just from the card trader, okay? And I'll show you where it's at, because a lot of people get confused and never see this card pop up here, and it's not here. That's why. So you have to go here to the regular inventory, and let's see, there it is, Chaos Hunter. It's a little pricey. I just bought like a new skill, so I'm pretty poor right now, but there it is. So let's read what Chaos Hunter does. So when your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can discard one card, special summon this card from your hand. And then it reads, your opponent cannot banish cards. So that secondary effect right there is super powerful against Dark Magician, Shiranui, what's the other one? Element, Sabers. And it's a big body too. It's got 2,500 attack. Okay? Huge. It's also a dark type, kind of matters, kind of doesn't. So that's a really awesome card. Now the other one that you can use too, that's kind of like in that same boat, is Artifact Lancea. Now the thing about this one here is I think you can only tribute it, let's see. Yeah, so this one only works during your opponent's turn. So it's kind of hit or miss. This is better for I would say this card's a lot better versus like Shiranui. Kind of like versus Invoker as well, because usually they don't banish anything on your turn. It's typically their turn when they use Invocation. So Artifact Lance is a really good one too. This one's a very pricey card. This one I think you get out of a, let's see, is this a mini box? I think it's a main box. So this is a main box card right here. Okay, so you gotta plow through quite a few cards to get it, and but it's a good tech option as well. The other one that's pretty good too, besides that, we'll talk about is here's a few of them. So that's the counter the banishing part of most decks. If you could shut down banishing, like on Dark Magician, because their Dark Magical Circle banishes cards, then you know you negate it with Chaos Hunter. This card's also really good in Buster Blader, just because typically your boards are very susceptible to Galaxy. The hell's that card? Cosmic Cyclone. So it banishes a back row card. This prevents that as well. So typically, you know, your DNA surgeries get banished. They don't usually get destroyed that often. Not too many people run just heads up like back row destruction. They usually run Galaxy Cyclone because it's a quick play spell. Maybe if like Mystical Space Typhoon comes into Duel Links, then maybe we'll have to figure out another way to deal with things. But right now, since Cosmic Cyclone is out there so often, you want to be running Chaos Hunter. That's what I run in Buster Blader now. And that's what, right now I'm about 80% win rate with Buster Blader using Chaos Hunter, which is awesome because a lot of decks have been quitting right when I put the Chaos Hunter out. And since it's so big with 2500 attack, their Dark Magicians, they either have to either suicide into Chaos Hunter or use like Ayatamias to make it bigger, and then hopefully by then you have a Buster Blader out to just crush them. So I do have one dual replay where I do use Chaos Hunter here. I sometimes put in Artifact Lancea. It just kind of depends on if I'm running into a lot of the same thing, but right now with the way things are going, I'm only running into typically just Dark Magician. So Chaos Hunters tends to be a better pick. Alright, so this deck right here, this was a funny deck I was playing against. So this is a Jaden Yuki. He's using like a multi-fusion deck, which is like really super insane. And get some like Gatorade. Alright, so as you can see here, I don't open up the best of hands here. So I just have a Floodgate, a DNA Surgery, Buster Blader, and Chaos Hunter. So he's going to go straight into Poly. He's going to bring out a Dark Cavalry. I'm just going to Floodgate that right away. And just he's going to end the turn. I'm going to Whelp. Grab my Fusion spell. I already have DNA Surgery because I activated... there's a hidden skill that you need to use with Buster Blader decks. It's called Grab DNA Surgery and Opening Hand. So if you activate that ability, you typically have a pretty good shot at adding DNA Surgery to your hand. It's the only card that's kind of like not searchable, and that you have to just hard draw it pretty much. So right here, he sets a bunch of back row, and I'm like kind of fearing the Cosmic Cyclone, so that's why I'm not popping off anything right now, because I don't want him to shut down my back row. So my plan is to just hard summon Chaos Hunter here. So I set my 2 Kiteroids, and then I'm just gonna keep passing turn back and forth. I get my Chaos Hunter out just to prevent me from getting Cosmic Cycloned. Alright, I'm gonna activate DNA Surgery, just get that up. I'm gonna Galaxy Cyclone his back row. I hit a Wall of Disruption, which is pretty nice. Take out his Dark Cavalry. Alright, it's back to him. So there you go, you're gonna see Refusion. He's gonna try to hit my Whelp. I'm gonna just snatch it away with Buster Blader. He Floodgates my Destroyer. Alright, so I'm just gonna dump a card, get my Fusion back out of the graveyard, hit him in the face. Alright, so this is when he Fusion times, and this is where the deck just goes crazy. He has a really cool deck, and I wanted to showcase this. So he has, he econs my Chaos Hunter to prevent lethal. I let him Blazeman here, which was a mistake. I could have ended the duel like right now. But I tend to not pull off my Fusion right away if I feel like I'm not in danger. And at this point I was like, oh, I'm fine. So right here, he's going to go into his own Destruction Swordsman. So I'm going to go and blow my Fusion, because he would have pierced my nuts right there and hit me for lethal. So I bring out my own Destroyer Swordsman, and now we're just both on lockdown. I'm going to bring back my Buster Blader. Alright, I think I'm going to Galaxy Cyclone my own DNA Surgery. So my intention here was to pull up my own DNA surgery to get myself out of the lock, and then to pierce with Dragon Destroyer on his, and then finish him with Chaos Hunter. But then I realized, oh shoot, like my whelps are in the graveyard boosting up his Buster Blader, which I forgot about. So I'm just gonna go get my fusion again, set it. He's gonna pierce me my Chaos Hunter right there. Activating my Destiny draw, I'm gonna grab a DNA surgery, set it, and forget it. I activate DNA surgery here, so it's gonna just negate everything. He's gonna invocate. Now he couldn't use it this whole time just because I had Chaos Hunter out. So now that Chaos Hunter is gone, he can invocate by banishing. So there you go, he's gonna banish. Brings up Purgatrio. Purgatrio cannot attack. So he's going to Canadia my Buster Blader to try to pierce my nuts once again. I don't allow him. There's no nut piercing here. There's my other Buster Blader. There you go. So I have all three, and this is why it was in when you are playing Buster Blader as well, I think it's very important. Like, I know the deck is very expensive, but you see here, like, and there's certain situations where, like, if I didn't have that third Destruction Swordsman, it would have been game over right there. So just know that it's not the Destruction Buster Blader build isn't the greatest. It's just something I really enjoy. I like the control style. I like the fact that you do have to kind of get these bonkers opening hands and stuff, and it's great. I do have some other replays. Let's see. Maybe we'll look at the other one. What's this one here? I have no idea what this is, but we'll see right now. But yeah, so you see Chaos Hunter is very good against a lot of decks. Another reason why I like the Buster Blader deck as well is since you do run Dark Paladin, you can just fuse away their stuff. So I'm going to set everything here. Alright. So I set everything here. I use my other skill to draw not one but two DNA surgeries here. And then I have my Whelp and a fusion spell. So he's going to pierce my nuts right there. I'm going to Destiny draw probably into Buster Blader here. Okay. I do remember this duel kind of. So activate DNA surgery. He's going to attack. I bring out my Destruction Swordsman here. Alright. I'm going to Whelp. Bring out another fusion. Probably go into Buster Blader. Set my fusion just in case anything happens. He's going to pop his own Destiny draw here. Alright. He uses Dark Magic Veil to do stuff. So now I pretty much have lethal here. Okay, I do remember this. Now the nice thing too is when you have DNA surgery out, you see how powerful like my ability is to draw a DNA surgery. I drew like all three of them in this duel. So right here I set my Dragon Slayer into attack mode. Time to pierce those nuts. He activates Tretch. I'm just gonna fusion everything away into another Destruction Swordsman. And there you go. Bam. Right in the nuts. Okay. So yeah. What have we learned today, kids? You know, if you are having trouble with getting banished, like I said, Chaos Hunter is a great free option versus Dark Magician. So just remember that. I'm sorry I didn't have any gameplay versus Dark Magician. Usually I just crush them and I forget to save the replay just because they quit so fast. And the Dark Paladin also counters them. Another really good option too. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. We'll just talk about anti-banishing. Just what's meta right now. So that's it for Tech Talk. Remember, as always, I don't know, peace, love, and chicken grease. Who knows? But yeah. So, Chaos Hunter, one more time. Chaos Hunter, Chaos Hunter, Chaos Hunter. You say it 3 times, you'll summon it just like Beetlejuice. And Artifact Lancea. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next episode of Tech Talk. Douches.